from obaseki. Because I copied something from him that he was doing in his first tenure and is working 3 times in Lagos, which is education.
There has been a recognition of that challenge, and there's the political will that is needed in order to start working in addressing this problem. So that combination of giving them the right materials, making sure that in the schools we have textbooks with workbooks, that the students have the materials that they need, together with the coaching process, I think that is something that will generate a much better performance of what's happening in the classroom in the case of Edo State.
We're very open at the state to sharing our experiences and letting people know what we did right and what we didn't do too right, too well, and how to make sure they didn't go through the institute code, and also how to move much faster than we have moved.
Reforms are not done in isolation, but are part of the holistic blueprint for economic transformation of the state.
We're talking almost 400,000 children whose lives are being changed by ensuring that we give them quality foundational education that can see them through life.
Everything that has been done has been intentional and deliberate. This also means it is very deliberate for the government to catch them young, thus enhancing the social structure as a state.
You see, when you open a person's mind up, when you are able to give someone education, so many other things fall in place. We're able to relate you to what you can be in future, into careers, into vocations. So the issue of having gone to school and not knowing what to do with your life because the foundation, the education I was given at base was weak, does not arise. In fact, education just helps with the general well-being and improvement in the entire society. So we see that there's a correlation between quality education, quality basic education, and development and how society grows. I think it's about helping just opening up their minds at a very early age. And that way they're able to, from very early on, determine how to first relate to their society, to their family, and be able to make decisions early as to their careers, as to acquiring life skills, and being just better citizens in the community. We also are ensuring that career guidance and counseling is provided quite early in life. And what we anticipate will happen is that, unlike today, where the dropout ratio between primary 6 and SS1, that's what you see in the streets in the name of area boys and that's how it happened. So what we've done is to ensure that from P1 to P6, your fundamentals are set, and you don't leave school until JSS3. So those JSS3 years are to prepare you for life and life skills, and for you to apply a vocation. This reform at this scale would not have been possible but for technology. I think what technology has done is first to awaken the consciousness and lift our people from an analog mode to one in which they are now aware of technology and learn to use technology from a very early age. And then secondly, preparing them for the world ahead. A child exposed to technology at the age of 6, for instance, is likely to be with it through the rest of the life.
Technology has been a core of governance for the Governor Obaseki's administration right from the beginning. It is a clear fact that the world has gone digital, and this has eased the running of business, governance, and the economy in every progressive society. This administration has
Abia State government come and copy Edo State. Lagos State government come and copy Edo State. I see people that are praising after Abia State government that never do anything.
Every ministry, department, and agency of government is on the platform. Every request, requisition, contract, etc. from every MDA is sent to the eGov platform and treated accordingly. With the connection of all ministries and parastatal to the internet, education has also received a boost.
There are two instances. The first was the graduation ceremony of the first set of Edo best teachers we trained. When we introduced this, this reform, we made it voluntary, training teachers voluntary, because we were concerned about the reaction of the unions. We said, no, the unions don't want anybody to test them. We said, no, we're not testing you. Those teachers who want to be trained to use digital to train kids, to teach, to volunteer. And we had about 2,000 of them who volunteered. When I got into that room, the hall where they were graduating that day, the reaction was electric. And suddenly, these teachers have become so motivated, so excited. And I believe that in the same set of teachers that, we have the level of confidence soared. And, we like nomenclature in Nigeria. We like, and people say, oh, I'm not architect so and so, I'm doctor so and so, I'm pharmacist so and so. Instead of calling them teacher XYZ.
On assumption as governor of Edo State in 2016, it was clear that the state did not make much from internally generated revenue, and neither was it tops in the list for federal government allocation compared to its sister states in the South-South. So how did the administration, despite all of these factors, manage to confront the burden of cost to achieve these goals with the education reforms?
We had to cut back on the excesses. You had to save up on a lot in government to be able to fund priority programs like education. So there was a lot of sacrifice. And the backlash and the consequences it has created for me politically.
After 3 years of Edo, we quickly realized that the pupils in our primary schools were graduating into junior secondary. And at that point, if the reform does not extend to the higher levels, then the gains made would disappear essentially. And so in 2021, His Excellency Governor Obaseki launched Edo Best 2.0. Edo Best 2.0 is not an acronym. It's a sector-wide reform initiative that goes from basic all the way to tertiary. And I want to also add, because some people seem to think that Edo Best is a project. Edo Best is not a project. Rather, it's a name we've chosen to give our education reform in Edo State, from basic to tertiary. So when we say Edo Best 2.0, it's not an acronym. Rather, it has become an aspiration that Edo wants to be the best at every level of education.
I think for us, it was first.
That's what we did before now. Uniben is the best university in Nigeria before. Uniben. No Expo.
Just couldn't find livelihoods how to support themselves. Why?
The best students so far in Nigeria.
And the economic environment it created did not just provide opportunities for them. So for us, we said, look, let's move away from education for certificates to education for work.
That is it.
What you need the most is the foundation. Once that solid foundation has been built, then you then should be exposed to either a vocation or a skill. In most advanced countries, how many people go to university? But for us, it's like the sum of education is a university degree, which is not really the ideal. So, education should be able to fend for yourself, to create liability for yourself. And so that's why the emphasis is, look, by the time you finish your JSS 3, you should be able to know what to do with your life. Let's open up opportunities for you to go to technical school and get a skill.
Edo State Institute of Technology also was not accredited.
Good kitchen, everything. Have a good government. God bless you. Baba Dede.
has memorandum of understanding to collaborate with two polytechnics in China, Shanxi Polytechnic and Fuzhou Polytechnic.
Edo Best is touted as revolutionary in scope and delivery by all, and we have heard states like Lagos, Kwara, and others have copied the model to start theirs in their various states as well. But Edo Best goes beyond the basic education as we know it. It hits at the core of the whole value chain of education, from basic to secondary and vocational.
So if you don't have the opportunity to continue in life, you do it to fend for yourself. You don't have to go to university to be a great butcher. You don't have to go to the university to be a great, electrician. But nothing says you cannot go to university after you become an electrician. Then the thing to do is to begin to change that orientation, get people to understand that success means you being able to fend for yourself. Success does not mean the certificate you have. It doesn't mean the degrees you have. Evidence that you went to school, but it doesn't translate into well-being and into livelihood, your ability to support your family.
Many ask how these reforms have been implemented across the state.
Edo has always had the lowest out-of-school population in the country, because we believe in education here, we believe in sending children to school. However, it doesn't mean that we don't have children who are out of school, because of educational pressure. You see many families that can't cope, get children to go and hawk, to go and sell, go and man the stalls, market stalls, and therefore are not able to go to school. the way they should. We have in Edo ensured 6 steps to increase enrollment. And so we actively campaign, we have to have volunteers who go around the marketplaces, around shops to get our children to go to school. I'm sure you've heard about the school block program, where at the beginning of every term, parents, market associations, community leaders are all mobilized to make sure that we arrest children who are not in school, and send their children to school and support them while they're in school. One of the areas we are now emphasizing in Edo is adult education. And we have a program, a flagship program, Edo Sabi Read, where we're going to markets, we're going to areas where people do businesses, using our basic education infrastructure, the schools, to have evening classes for people who miss the opportunity of formal basic education.
I'm a facilitator here with the Edo Sabi Read Center, AURCW Ogida Center. Okay, so it's our duty here as a facilitator to teach adult learners. This program is a second chance for those adults out there that missed the first chance. Probably there is